Just in the alphabet, beginning the alphabet, and not the order to do so. So just on the first page. The bottom page of our language. Don't make a huge break in the company. Generally, if you look at most people are standing on facing you. And if Germans are flippers will say, we're going to rise for the last verse and remain standing through the bar food. So we don't sit and rise again. We do that every single day.
Good for the knees and hips.
Yeah, I don't like to brag for last night. We won by half a point.
Oh. Sounds like brag.
Well, maybe a little bit. It's usually bragging.
Hello.
Oh, my wife said. The other thing is, you know, I'm not a racist, but that's really bad.
Yeah. But those people.
I'm not a redneck.
Betty is doing really well. Yep. Elisa spoke with her this morning. She said she was speaking almost whole, complete sentences, missing a word here and there, but just
phenomenal.
I saw pictures of her, and she's like, some of the early pictures, it was like, oh my God, she's not going to be there. And she's...
No, does she have any sight paralyzation?
No, she has no. Speech seems to be the only thing, and that's
miraculous. That's fabulous.
Yeah. So God willing, she'll be around.
It's a blessing.
It's all a blessing until it's cursed. Good luck.
I know. Golden.
Thank you. It was a saxophone. I wanted to play sax. Oh well. Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Whoops, what did I just say? You light up the light.
bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. We continue on page 128 with Hine Matov. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. Again. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. Sheverahim, Gam Yahad. We continue on page 129 with Dodi Lee. Dodi turn to page 130 for Lachuna Ranana. Lechuneranena, 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 Ladonai. Lechuneranena, 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 Ladonai. Naria, Naria, litzoyi shenu nekadma, Vana betoda. Naria, Naria, litzoyi shenu nekadma, Vana betoda. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Moving on to Shiru Ladunai on page 131. Shiru Ladunai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladunai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladunai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Liyom, Yeshuato, Sapru Vagoyim, Kevodo, Mechol Ha'amin, Niflotav, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Lai Lai Lai, Ya Lai Lai Lai, Ya Lai Lai Lai, Ya Lai Lai Lai, Ya Lai Lai, Ya Lai Lai, Ya Lai Lai Lai, Ya Lai Lai Lai, Ya Lai Lai Lai, Ya Lai, Ya Lai, Ya Lai Lai, Ya Lai, Ya Lai, Ya Lai, Ya Lai, Ya Lai, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. And now turn to page 142 for Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yailai, yalalai, lalalai, yalalai, lalalai, yalalai, 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 lalalai, yalalai, lalalai, yalalai, Barhuni l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zechem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, Yailai, Yalalai, Lalalai, Yalalai, Lalalai, Yailai, Lai, Yailai, Lai, 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 Yalalai, Lalalai, Yalalai, Lalalai, Yailai, Lai, Lai, Yailai, Lai, Lai.
Welcome, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's nice to see the sanctuary so full. For those that were here at dinner, it's nice to see you again. Thank you for sticking around. For those that are on Zoom as well, thank you. We see you. Well, you see us. We see you in spirit. And we ended our dinner with a short version of Birkat Hamazon. And it turns out that the tradition of Birkat Hamazon, the blessing after the meal, as well as the blessing before the meal, comes from this week's Torah portion, from Ekev, where it says that you shall bless when you eat, both before and after. I'm paraphrasing here. And the intention behind it is that the prayer reminds us not to take things for granted. Raise your hand if saying Birkat Hamazon helped you remember not to take food for granted, or when we say motzi. And this is the challenge, the paradox, that we have these traditions, not just in Judaism, in every faith, that are supposed to awaken us from our spiritual slumber, to tell us to wake up, to take things not for granted, to appreciate the world around us. But then they become rote, routine, and just become another thing that we do. And so we should say another blessing after. No, we're not going to keep adding blessings. But the reason I bring this up now is we're about to go through a Shabbat service filled with blessings, prayers that most people in this room have said more times than they can count. And my challenge to all of you, find just one. It's not going to be the whole service. But find one blessing, one prayer, one piece of the liturgy, English, Hebrew, whatever it might be, that speaks to you. And that's my hope, my prayer for everyone in this room, that you are able to find something that speaks to you on this Shabbat. Prayer, as I've been saying in my meet and greets for the last few weeks, I don't believe it's for God. I don't believe God needs human prayer. I think prayer is for us, to remind us of the blessings we have from God, or whoever you attribute them to, or whatever you attribute them to. Prayer is supposed to be a moment for us to express our gratitude, as well as our struggles, our pains, everything that makes us who we are. Shabbat Shalom, and we will continue now with lighting Shabbat candles on page 120, and we had a last-minute change in who will be our Oneg host. Do we have a designated candle lighter? Do we have someone who's always had the dream of lighting candles? Rabbis don't get to do it too often. Please join with me, page 120. Actually, Yael, Ruthie, do you want to come up? You know how to do this. Sorry, you can't reach. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat Shalom.
Well done.
Continue, page 138 and 139, Lechadodi.
Lechadodi lihikat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela, lechadodi lihikat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. kabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad. Ishmianu el ham yuhad. Adonai echad. Shemo echad. L'shem el tiferet belitila. Lecha dodi. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Peni Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Peni Shabbat mekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mikor habracha, merosh mikedem nesucha. Sof mahaseh v'mahashavtila, lecha dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala, peni Shabbat mekabela. Verse 5. Hi toreri, kiva orekumi ori, uri, shir daveri, kevod Adonai alayit lekila, lecha dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala. Shabbat mekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, peni Shabbat mekabela.
Rise, face the doorway, and greet the Sabbath bride.
Bo'i v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha uvzola, toch emunei am segula.
Turn now to page 146 as we rise for the Baruch, our call to prayer.
Barehu et Adonai, Amevorach,
Be seated. We turn to page 149, the top of the page. A reading, a reflection by Rabbi Elise Frischman, the managing editor of this prayer book. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch atah Adonai, Amari Aravim. Turn to page 150, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat olam beit Israel, אהבת עולם בית ישראל, אהבת עולם בית ישראל, אהבת עולם בית Israel. What a great love, what a great love, what a great love you have given us. What a great love, what a great love, what a great love you have given us. What a great love, what a great love, what a great love you have given us. What a great love, what a great love, what a great love you have given us.
Turn the page to page 160 for Hashki Venu. And actually, the lyrics for this version we will be singing can be found at the top of page 161, originally written by Rabbi Chaim Stern, set to music by Noah Aronson. Oh. I am so sorry. I am out of order here. We are going to back up.
Out of order.
Yes, that was me. I'm so sorry, Tara and Kimball. We are going to continue with Shema on page 152.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levacha
ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים לחיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, amen. In a moment, we will sing Mi Chamocha on page 158. Before we do so, I want to offer a reading from a different part of our prayer book, from the Shabbat morning service, which most of us are less familiar with. However, these readings, they certainly speak to me, and perhaps they will speak to you as well. The good in us will win over all the wickedness, over all the wrongs we have done. We will look back at the pages of written history and be amazed, and then we will laugh and sing, and the good that is in us, children in their cradles, will have won. Our hearts beat with certainty
that there is a day and an hour in a mountain called Zion, Zion, and that all of the sufferings will gather there and become song, ringing out into every corner of the earth from end to end, and the nations will hear it, and like the caravans in the desert, will all to that morning throng. Mi Chamocha, our Song of Freedom, page 158.
Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. Standing at the sea, Mi Chamocha, standing at the sea, Mi Chamocha, standing at the sea, Mi Chamocha, freedom's on our way. Singing and dancing, Mi Chamocha, singing and dancing, Mi Chamocha, singing and dancing, Mi Chamocha, freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. We're on the other side, Mi Chamocha, on the other side, Mi Chamocha, on the other side, Mi Chamocha, freedom's on our way. One God, Mi Chamocha, one God, Mi Chamocha, one God, Mi Chamocha, freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. Freedom's on our way. Freedom's on our way.
And now we turn to page 160, 161 for Hashkivenu, our prayer asking for God's protection in the dark times of our days, our nights, our lives. Hashkivenu.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let's do that again. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Vehamidenu, Shomrenu Lechayim. Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship
moment, we will rise for the Amidah beginning on page 164, and before we do so, prayer is not a shout into an empty void, answered only by its own echo. Prayer is the spirit within us, reaching out to the spirit of the universe, and prayer is that spirit responding back to us. Reading by Robert Kahn. The Amidah, the central portion of our worship service, beginning on page 164. Please rise in body or spirit.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agite ilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avoteinu v'imotzeinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Ve'koneh hakol Ve'zocher chasdei avot ve'imahot U'mevih gula lifnei v'lehem Leman shemo be'ahava Melech ozer u'moshia u'magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah gibor le'olam Adonai Mechayeh hakol atah Rav le'oshia Morid hatal Mechakel chayim bechesed Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim Somek noflim berofei cholim Umatir asurim Umekayeh emunato Lishenei afar Michamocha ba'al givurot Umido melach Melech memit Umechayeh Umatzmiya Yeshua V'ne'emanata lechayot ha'akol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh ha'akol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh U'kodesh yom b'chol yom Yehalelu ha'selah Baruch atah Adonai ha'el ha'kadosh.
We continue silently through the remainder of the Amidah. You may be seated at any time.
Please join me at the middle of page 180. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer, my rock and my redeemer, my rock and my redeemer, my rock and my redeemer.
In a moment, we'll offer a Misha Berach prayer, a prayer of healing. You can find it in the middle of page 371. Before we sing these words, we think of those both in our community and connected to members of our community who need our prayers on this Shabbat. Michael Averbush, Bernard Averbuk, Razi Baccarat, Galina Bordetsky, Bill Brandwine, Iris Brewster, Bob Connor, Pasita Korpaz, Betty Feynman, Martin Feynman, Cantor Elisa Feynman, Stan Mellon, Carol Mironov, Anat Miron, Dennis Necro, Arlen Upper, Susan Rosen, Sarah Ross, Corey Rucka, Joel Steinberger, Anthony Troya, Marilyn Webb, E.B. Wold, and Ken Hurd. If you have another name to add to this list of someone you are thinking of, please share it at this time. For those that are watching from hospital beds or from wherever you may be with illness that prevents you from being here, please know we are thinking of you and praying for you. Misha Berach can be found in the middle of page 371.
Misha Berach Yavotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
The sermon was a group project between me and my children this morning. I typed, they colored pieces of paper and cut them out. We'll see how we do, right, girls? We are not a uniform society, and I mean that literally. There's really no standard for American dress. You wear what you want, and yet, if you've lived abroad, especially if you've lived in a place where tourists, American tourists, oftenly frequent, say, I don't know, Jerusalem in my case, you can spot the Americans long before you can hear them. Raise your hand if you have lived abroad and you have a sense of what I'm talking about here. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll talk at the ONEG. I'm curious what you think. That's what we do at the ONEG, Yal. I have talked to a lot of people about this who have made the same observation. Okay. Thank you, Yal. I've talked to a lot of folks, and as you just proven, I'm far from the only one who has made this observation. And I've heard some people say that they think it's because Americans walk in a distinctive way, that we unintentionally broadcast our nationality through our cadence. Of course, there's also the stereotype that Americans, that we just smile too much. And I've seen this the other way. When American teenage groups visit countries abroad and claim that the people there are unhappy or unfriendly or anti-Semitic, I have to gently suggest not every culture encourages smiling at strangers. In fact, I suspect we're one of the outliers in the world on that. And even if it is a country where that is the norm, well, few among us get excited at the sight of a herd of teenagers blocking the sidewalk in front of us and inevitably ignoring pedestrian crossing signals. I've led a lot of teen trips. My theory, though, as to why it is you can tell people of my nationality from blocks away is that it comes down to the clothing. I cannot explain it other than to say we actually do have a uniform. You can figure out a lot about a person based on something as seemingly trivial as whether they wear Levi's or Wranglers. The Patagonia vest, for whatever reason, yeah, someone knows where I'm going with this. We are on the West Coast in the Bay Area, so that may be part of it. But that Patagonia vest tells the world you work in finance or tech, or at least you're pretending to. Even if you try to reject all of these standards, all of these norms, if you go against the grain, hate to break it to you, you are still in uniform. No matter how much of a free spirit you may think you are, you're not walking around with a powdered wig or a pope hat or anything along those lines, unless you're the Pope. I've mentioned a few times that I was in the Navy for 5.5 weeks, and one of these days I will go into the backstory behind that. But while there, we spent a lot of time in uniform, literally, of course. We were so uniform that we had instructions each day on whether or not we would be rolling up our shirt sleeves. Always in uniform, except when we were granted the special liberty of wearing our regular clothes for an afternoon about 2 weeks into our training. Suddenly we, at least I, became surprised at who came from the country, who was into skinny jeans, who was a hipster, who was a prep, who had wealth, who did not. Like I said, you can learn a lot about a person by their appearance. Except, actually, you can't. You just think you can. About 10 years ago, while wearing my rabbi uniform, I stopped by the grocery store on my way home, and the cashier asked me, "Are you a lawyer?" "Kind of," I said. I tell you all of this because of a commentary by Rabbi Bradley Artson, the recently retired dean of the Ziegler Rabbinic School in Los Angeles. I focused, in my opening remarks, on clothing. He focused on more. Quote, "Like many others, our culture enforces a rigorous hierarchy of authority by watching how someone is dressed, the kind of work they do, how they are addressed, how they address others. A member of American society can instantly determine a person's social standing." End quote. He goes on to say, it's not even about the job, but about the age of the person doing the job. We generally admire the story of the CEO who started in the mailroom, and CEOs with that origin story will usually let you know, and that's okay. It is an incredible accomplishment. And also, those CEOs almost certainly are no longer handling their own mail, let alone sorting it today. I mentioned in my introductory video before I started working here that I have started using a manual typewriter. Not today, but sometimes. It's taught me a lot. One of the lessons is the incredible skill of anyone who served in a secretarial pool. Those who must have had the finger strength and the formatting skills that I will never achieve. I would not have lasted long in a secretarial pool. These are the people, inevitably women historically, who wrote these letters and signed them with the name of the person who did not. All they got were their initials in lowercase. These people were highly skilled professionals, deserving of recognition and esteem they almost certainly did not get during their careers. Last night I learned from a congregant that suddenly the flip phone, once derided, has now become a status symbol. Has anyone heard of this, by the way? Yeah, okay. And why? Because if you have a flip phone, it signals you don't have to do all the tasks that the rest of us have to deal with. You don't have to order your own Uber. You have people that'll do it for you. Artson observes, quote, "We live with the subtle message to force others to care for us while we refuse to reciprocate on their behalf," end quote. Well, that's true for those who are on one side of that relationship. And I don't really have anywhere I'm going with this other than as an observation. It's interesting that Rabbi Artson, and if I'm being honest, me, take for granted that our audiences are all going to be on the same side of that transaction. And as you might suspect, Artson does not endorse this type of society. It's hard to imagine who actually would, at least not explicitly, even those that benefit from it, especially those that benefit from it. There's a midrash, a rabbinic story, of a grand banquet hosted by Rabban Gamliel in honor of his son. Rabban Gamliel was the most esteemed Jewish leader of his day. And so naturally, this room and the celebration was full of rabbis. And when it came time to serve the wine, no one got up. Serving others would diminish their standing. And yet, Rabbi Gamliel, the most powerful person in the room, he jumped at the opportunity. The others were uncomfortable. Not enough to do anything about it, but they were still uncomfortable. And then one of the other rabbis remarked, "Our father Abraham served his guests, and so should Rabban Gamliel serve his." Commenting on this tale, Rabbi Zadok condemns the others in the room for ignoring their obligation to serve God in favor, instead, of serving their own egos. And yet there's something performative about all of this. President Carter was famous for carrying his own luggage to Air Force One. Does anyone remember? Was anyone alive for this? I just hear about it secondhand. I'm sorry. But even after being born, after his presidency had ended, I'd heard this story, often for some reason. He would carry his own bags. He's the most powerful man in the world. Looking it up today, I found out more than one member of his Secret Service security detail has gone on the record saying the suitcase was empty. You laugh. I'm not sure I do. There is a tradition in the Catholic Church of the Pope washing the feet of 12 others as an homage to the acts of Jesus. Traditionally, the Pope would wash the feet of priests. That's interesting. And by the way, of all the senior rabbis I have worked under, not one has even offered. Pope Francis changed the tradition, and he began washing the feet of women, prisoners, refugees, the disabled, and even non-Christians, non-Catholics. And I won't lie, I admire both the act and the symbolism behind it. And yet, still, it feels like performative modesty done by the most powerful religious leader in the world. And it makes me wonder how many other residents of Vatican City are going out there washing other people's feet. I realize it's unlikely anyone in this room is going to be Pope. While some of us will rise to the level of titans of industry, most of us are going to end up in that dreaded role of being middle manager. The sort of position that is well above entry level, but far from where anyone would ever be impressed by us being the ones making the coffee. Most of us entered the workforce as entry level, where that was our job. And most of us probably felt pretty good, pretty accomplished, when suddenly it became someone else's. And I don't think any of this is a conscious choice. And that's why I'm grateful that Rabbi Artson brought it to my attention in his commentary on this week's Torah portion. Dignity, respect, it isn't earned by the work we do not do. Using a flip phone, it might make people think you are powerful. It's not going to make them think you are decent. Probably, possibly, they'll think the opposite. In Artson's words, it's the people who are handling the mail, who are emptying the trash, cooking the food. Those are the ones who are truly doing God's work. May we be doing God's work as well. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will and ours. Our announcer, or the reader of tonight's announcements, again, is not able to join us tonight. Megan is reading the announcements, and she is able to join us tonight.
If there's announcements. You get a 2-for-1. Mini means. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Oh, Shabbat shalom. For all of you who at home would like to hear me also do the announcements. I'm Megan. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees, and we welcome any guests joining us who do not belong. Is this not on? No. I didn't think so. All right. Clearly, I'm super good at microphones, but I speak loud enough for most people. All right. Should I use it just for fun? Back up. Oh, back up. Look at this. We are mic'd up, kids. All right. Now, here we go. So, if any of you are joining us tonight and are not members of the synagogue or are visiting us from somewhere else, welcome. Make sure to introduce yourselves to somebody, if not me, afterwards, and we're happy to have you. Join us tomorrow at 9:30 for Shabbat morning Torah services led by Rabbi Jeremy. After that, at 10:30, we have our regular weekly Torah study. The parsha is Akav. All are welcome. Unlocking the Treasure Hebrew Reading Club continues on Sunday at 11 a.m. Those who want to practice reading those who want to practice reading are invited to join this peer-led Hebrew reading group. See Hugo or Lorraine Gerstel, or feel free to just show up Sunday at 11 a.m. We hope you will join Rabbi Jeremy on the 2nd and 4th Thursday in August for the Adult Education Series, Preparing for the High Holy Days. We will explore a different topic each session, and the August 13th topic is Shofar 101. It's a brief introduction followed by guided conversation. No background knowledge required. You don't even have to know how to blow the shofar. Please RSVP to help Rabbi Jeremy with matching faces to names. Curious about Mahjong? Join us in the social hall this Sunday, August 2nd at 10 a.m. for Mahjong 101. We're really mastering 101s. Your wonderful teacher, Nicole Fitzpatrick, will lead a beginner-friendly class to teach you the fundamentals of American Mahjong and give you the confidence to join our upcoming CBI at Home Mahjong Party on August 30th, or our CBI member Mahjong open play meetups on the first and third Wednesdays of each month. The next meetup will be Wednesday, August 5th at 5:30 p.m. No gambling, just fun and learning. Call the office for details. Lastly, one of the most powerful ways we can support our sacred community is by attending the annual meeting and committee expo on Sunday. Wow, I'm struggling to read today, sorry. Brand new glasses. Committee expo on Sunday, August 9th at 10 a.m. You'll learn more about the dynamic activities of our temple and be invited to participate in ways that sing to your heart. The meeting is open to all members who have submitted a 2627 pledge of any amount. Please RSVP online. Join us after tonight's services for a lovely oneg put on by Laura Arno in memory of her father, Jack Arno. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Megan and Ryan. And now we begin to conclude our service with Aleinu on page 586. For those that are able, please rise.
starting at the middle of the page and then going on to page 591 with the Nemar. Aleinu l'shabach l'adon hakol, latet gedula le'otzer breshit, shelo asanu k'gerei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu ka'em, ve'goraleinu k'chol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, u'mishpachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. It is hard to sing of oneness when the world is not complete, when those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone, and not but memory can fill the emptiness their passing leaves behind. But memory can tell us only what we were in company with those we loved. It cannot help us find what each of us alone must now become. Yet no one is really alone. Those who live no more echo still within our thoughts and our words, and what they did is part of what we have become. We do best homage to our dead when we live our lives more fully, even in the shadow of our loss. For each of our lives is worth the life of the whole world, and each one is the breath of the ultimate one. In affirming the one, we affirm the worth of each one, whose life, now ended, brought us closer to the source of life, in whose unity no one is alone, and every life finds purpose. By Rabbi Richard Levy of blessed memory. Before we recite the words of Kaddish Yatom, we remember those in our own community. We are in a period of Shloshim for Barbara Holland, and most recently, Rabbi Norman Mendel, who died in the last several days and served as the rabbi of this congregation from 1992 to 1994. We also observe the yard sites of the following: Sylvia Shangold, Stephen Holber, Jack Eisenson, Hertha Zola Newman, Esther Schwartz, Arnold Nussbaum, Rita Riemann, N. Michael Rucka, Abraham Scheingold, Jack Arnow, Martha Mendel, Sam Wiener Jr., Selma Glazin, Robert Joseph Kay, Vladimir Boris Cherepanov, Robert A. Solo, Miriam Spatz, Harry Wolf, and Harry Rosen. If you are remembering the name of someone, please share with our community at this time. May their memories be for blessings. We rise as one community for Kaddish Yatom on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divra hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yom echon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv imru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevarach leolam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei d'kudesha barechu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'mrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. May the God who creates harmony in the high heavens bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all who dwell on earth, and to all who mourn. And let us together say, Amen. You may be seated. Thank you to Kara and Kimball for leading such beautiful music tonight. Thank you to our Oneg hosts in absentia, Laura, Refuah Shlema. I hope it's okay to say that. She is doing well. She just could not be here tonight. And thank you all so much for coming and making the Shabbat the holy moment that it is. Thank you, and we will conclude with the singing of
Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Please join us for our Oneg in the social hall.
It's fun listening to you today, Kimball. You were in good form.
Thank you very much. That's good feedback. I felt just the opposite myself, so it's good to hear from an objective. That's perfect. Yeah. I'm a little too hard on myself sometimes, so thank you for your
Well, that's
perspective.
what other people are for, to be hard on you. Each and one of
I
yourself.
keep forgetting that rule. Thank you so much. Good to see you here. She's doing incredibly well. In fact, she wanted to be here tonight, but she's going to shoot for next Shabbat. So, yeah. Thank you for asking.
And I did my little parts. Looked at me and smiled, good ball.